Welcome everybody back for some more TimberBorn on the channel. I have been very busy off camera doing some extra tasks and stuff. As you may notice, the area here is very contaminated, so we probably don't really want to use this water too much. I've added in some underground warehouses for the logs, and I've built this huge great big thing here to divert the water in through these water wheels that I've built down here, connected it up with the geothermal engine, brought these pipes back up here, all the way to here to these two aquifer drills. That then feeds into this huge, great big water source here, which we can actually pop this up to 2 levels, and then this will quite happily fill up with water. It does currently leak over here a little bit, but that's not the end of the world. And then these guys are currently, if I click on the building side of it, building this huge levee area here, which just covers the bad water drains, which then will flow up and out instead of flowing into this and turning this whole thing into bad water. Now, there's a couple of things we need to do first of all in this episode. And that is, number one, find a new area to collect this stuff. Now, we can, of course, go up here and start collecting from here, which I think is what we're going to do as of right this very second. And I also think that we probably want to connect it to this. Not too sure how that's going to work. So this basically pulls the beavers all the way down to here, and then we also have all of this green land down here now, which we can use for planting and stuff. So we don't really need this area here at all, but we do need to find a way of getting this water out of here and into somewhere which is better. So for that we need dynamite, and I'm not too sure what we're doing for dynamite right now. I also keep turning the grid on, and I cannot remember how to get rid of it. Keybinds. Raise level, delete level, control H is that. That's show guidelines is X. So if I press X, I have absolutely no idea how to get rid of that. Anywho, I guess none of these is going to work. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's actually quite useful sometimes. These ones will get built up over time. As you can see, the bad tide water comes out of here and then basically covers this whole area, this whole like lake in bad water, which does done sometimes come over here and then leak, because this only comes that way. That is going fast, that water. Next thing we need to do is actually go ahead and unlock the mine, which has a severe case of injury, which is not so good, but they'll build that in the future, hopefully, anyway. But we also need to also think about bots. The bots are actually going to go into this area here, because this is what I've planned this area for. And very simple bot mechanic sort of thing. We're just going to go ahead and put in... go in the science area. So we need bot factory, bot assembler, and all that stuff, but we do need science for all of that, which we don't have at the minute. They will come from here. I want to say this one, and then connect over to down there, but I'm not too sure how we're going to get them to build it. So that's going to have to go there. Then we're going to have to build another one there. And then we're going to have to build like a ramp over this. Like that. So that should allow those to get built, and then we can build the station itself down here. Obviously it says it's too far from a district, but once it's all built in, it should be fine. This is coming along nicely, which will allow some extra stuff. Have we got this turned on? Yes. Make sure it's prioritized by haulers. Make sure this is full. Yes. Yeah, they're good. So prioritize that by haulers as well. And we can also think about building some, not these, but building the bigger versions of these. So we need more science for that. So pop beavers in there. The Badwater does leak from somewhere. Leaks. It does leak from here, but I don't understand how. Unless the bad water comes out of here really fast and then this overflows. But that's not really a big thing to see. This is all absolutely disgusting. I think it overflows down to here. Yeah, it's not so good, that. Anyway, science is being made. This is horrible. This. Need to do something about this. They're not drinking from it, but it is destroying the crops. So they're not getting the carrots. Or is the berries dying? I'm not sure the berries... yeah, they do get affected by it. So I think we also need to think about dynamites. And then we need to think of the most effective way of getting it out of this area and into this. And I think the answer is going to be down this channel, like that. And into there. Right. So let's actually get them to construct this down here a little bit. Those two bridges there as well. This guy's stranded, but it kind of seems like his own fault. To be honest with you, would have been better actually if we had some bots, really, wouldn't it? But now this slowly fills back up with the good water, and then bad water goes down there. This is all green again, lovely. I'm trying to work out how all of it works. If I unlock the dome thing and put it on top of that. This turns into bad water over time. We need dynamite. We also need to get the bigger storage things. Let's build those. Just don't know where to put them. actually quite a good place. So we'll do 4 of these, and then around the back we'll do 4 of these. I'm in a rush to build these 2, because one is going to be for gears, and actually 2 of them for gears. And then 2 of these for planks, 1 of these for scrap metal, and the other one for normal metal. Oh, we haven't even got like the fancy planks yet. I feel like I'm jumping so far ahead to get the bots, even though I haven't really got like any of the infrastructure for most of it. Just these 2 lonely stranded beavers. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave it there for now, and then I will see you in about 2 seconds for you, and about an hour for me, once all of this stuff gets constructed. So I'll see you guys then. And a little while later, a lot of the stuff has been constructed. Again, we have the wall over here. That's going to stop the bad tide affecting this water source in here. I do need to figure out where it's leaking. And the answer is definitely here. And then we need to fix that leak a little bit there. And then these guys are cutting down the trees and everything real nicely. All of the storage is almost in. I'm actually going to put the cooked potatoes in here. And then this one's going to be for dynamite, no. Punch cards, no. Maybe more potatoes. So we can now test that thing for the bad tide. Obviously there's a lot of things up here that we can actually now empty and empty. And then we can literally just like completely get rid of like all of these, as they're all going to get stored up here, which is a lot better for them anyway because it's closer to everything being constructed. I've put in a zipline line that goes all the way down to here, which is where we're going to put the bot factories. In fact, we can probably get them in relatively soon. There we go. So we need 2 of these, and then 3 of these. And then the power for these buildings is not going to be very neat at all. It is quite literally going to come out of here, around here, and then like so. And then the path is going to come down. Like that. And then we're going to have some... These, one is for the bot, all fireworks, bot chassis, bot arms, limbs, and bot heads. And then they will get constructed over time. Hopefully we can get all this in first. We really want to get the power in first. Then there's some more smelters going in over here. Get these prioritized by the haulers. Haulers got come quite a long way. As you can see, they're coming from up there. I actually kind of want to see if we can go kind of back on ourselves a little bit. If I put one of these zipline things here. Okay, cool. And then put another one. It used to be on this side, really. Here. Yep. And then another one here. And then... And then what we'll do is we'll prioritize these. Reduce the priority on those. Get the pylons in, because as soon as the pylons are in, the travel around the map is going to be like 4 times quicker. I'm actually going to put another station in here. Okay. Like so, and then they can come in, off, in, go, round, down there, and go. And basically go around the whole map from... yeah. It's not going to make everything green, because it does also take quite a long time to do that, and that was really loud for me. But this will prove something else, so yeah, so I just basically want it to bubble up and then go straight off the map, basically. And hopefully it's not very efficient in doing what it's doing. And then I also need to figure out why... See, I don't know why this was getting clogged. So this seems to be running quite smooth. But this seems to be working still. This isn't overflowing. The only negative is that this actually does turn into Badwater. But I'm not too sure. I understand that this backs up a bit. Which can be solved by putting in a dam. Or a floodgate. Don't know why this was turning into the Badwater, because this doesn't overflow. It does over here, so I don't know where... it is coming this way. I see, I see. Right. So that's where it's coming in from, and then it's basically flooding into here through this system here. But it's doing it because it builds up quite fast. So I think probably what is needed here is the levee to go all the way around. Probably there. The positive is this gives a little bit more access to it all, but at the same time it's not ideal because it does, look, this comes all the way back to here, which is not bad because we're not using this space at the moment for anything green. But the positive is this area is now like proper filled up with water, which is really good. We kind of want to levee this off as well because this is really deep water. I think that's what we want to do, so let's delete that. Let's make this a staircase. This is obviously going to be like... I mean, it's going to take them a long time to get this done. We basically want to levee off like that. Yeah. And we don't want any leaking. And we want that to be a staircase. Like so. And then we want to... yep, drop down to... this is all clean water, so it doesn't really matter if they get in the water, if that makes sense. And then we just want to dam this. That should keep the water here at bay. Priority is obviously over... oh, that's actually managed to come Right, we need to flush it. It makes it flood. But it just like flushes it all out. Right, so priority is of course over here. Get all this in over here first, please, beavers. They've got plenty of logs and stuff as well. They shouldn't really be building any of this stuff down here just yet. They can, but I'd really prefer them to be building what's over here. I actually don't know where they're building. Yeah, there we go. So they're building all of that. This stuff is filling up with grilled potatoes. There's like 1,000 grilled potatoes and stuff in the moment. We do also need some more housing and stuff for them as well, but this area here is sort of like overpacked with them. So in the next episode we need to build some housing for the beavers, which will allow us to, of course, have extra beavers. Never really a bad thing. But other than that, I think that's it for today. I hope you guys did enjoy nonetheless, and hopefully this doesn't get built. It needs treated planks anyway, so we need to sort out treated planks. We need to sort out where all of the bad water is leaking from. We need to add more homes, and we need to potentially make this a little bit better. As of right now, we can probably get them doing this as well. So these two things are the main priorities. This area here and this area up here. This is more of a priority than over here, but if I put them at the same priority, when this one over here becomes a point where multiple beavers can't work on it, they will come and start building this over here. Fingers crossed that's how that works. Anyway, plenty of potatoes, plenty of wood, plenty of gears. Just need more beavers at this point. Plenty of water, plenty of everything, just not beavers. Anyway guys, that's where I'm going to leave today's episode here. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.